Hello, my name is Alice Foreman, and I'm going to teach you a bit about how to illustrate iodine crystals. Now, in my model sheet, I briefly mentioned a term called orthorhombocentric, and I'll clarify what that means. Basically, it means that only certain edges on a rhombus-shaped crystal system, such as iodine, are going to be about the same length. So, I tried to illustrate that here, for example, with the red lines. They all go in the same general direction, so therefore they're going to be about the same length. The same rules apply to the blue lines. They go in the same direction, they are the same length, and same for the green lines. What this translates to for the iodine crystal is this sort of this very thin rhombus-shaped crystal structure. And as you can see here, this is actually quite apparent. You can see rhombuses just about everywhere, like especially here. It's apparent. This sample actually appears to be like very pure, very well formed, and so that's why there are rhombuses everywhere, even in blurry areas or clear areas, and so on. Let's see. Another feature about iodine is actually its very dark color. It takes the appearance of a very dark metal. That is partially a result of a process called sublimation, in which a solid goes directly to a gaseous state. And in the case of iodine, it darkens the material because iodine gas is actually quite dark. It is sort of a very deep purple. And that introduces an atmospheric perspective as well, and it also deposits on the solid itself and has a darkening effect. Another feature are what are called striations, which are horizontal lines which all go in the same direction. And this is actually a result of how iodine forms. It sort of has these. It forms, like at a molecular level, it forms in lines, and that in turn results in the striations that are apparent here. One final feature to note are the 45-degree angles. I sort of illustrated that here, and I will illustrate it. Let's see again in the scratch here. They are present everywhere in the iodine crystal. That's again due to how it solidifies at a molecular level. And as you can see here, the scratch into the crystal still angles upward at a 45-degree angle, and that's also apparent here at the top. Let's see, that covers it. I think there are also a few areas where this is more apparent. For example, in here you can still see the 45-degree angle, although this isn't the perfect example, although this is actually a good example of striation. But yeah, it's important to note that the 45-degree angle is actually present in just about every iodine crystal. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope I helped you on your journey to illustrating iodine.